It's like a journey of discovery. You're given a commission and you want to learn all about that context, and the work grows out of the context. I start by learning everything I can about the context, about the environment, about the identity of the place, about the dreams and aspirations of the people, the history, the geology, the geography. There's almost nothing that does not interest me. The first thing I did was I came and I spent some time here and I met with people and I asked them, what is it that makes Miramar special? What started to come through was their feelings about the sky. They felt that the sky is very unique in this area, and it's not just that it's beautiful, it's something that is inherently part of their lives. The phenomenon of nature is something that I'm very involved with and very inspired by, and becomes even more important as our ecology of the planet becomes more fragile.
Overconsumption is really a sign of a spiritual hunger. Sitting in this space, hearing the water, seeing the birds and the Everglade images can help you to maybe get in touch with a little bit of that spiritual hunger in yourself, and to become more at peace within yourself and with the earth.
So this piece is celebrating the sky, the Everglades, the aquifer that's beneath the earth, that sustains all life on the earth.
In South Florida, our water literally depends on the Everglades, the systems of the Everglades replenishing the Biscayne aquifer so that we continue to have water. And any destruction of that habitat, which has already been massive, has depleted the amount of water we will have in the next 50 to 100 years. So it's a serious connection that we all need to get really clear about.
If people find the piece beautiful and they're inspired, hopefully to an appreciation and understanding. Maybe some people didn't know the aquifer was under the earth. And inspire people to really work towards protecting, understanding how beautiful a planet we have, and that we really should be working to protect what we have, this wonderful planet.
I cannot remember seeing another piece in South Florida that so beautifully represents that environmental component.
What intrigues me and what I'm really happy to see about the piece is the way it interacts with the environment, with the changing light. It's called Vanishing View, and it changes by using elements like water and glass and light.
There is no life without water, so I think it's a beautiful statement to remind us that water is life.
The piece is in layers. It's in layers of glass, and you have a water layer, you have an etched cloud layer, that's the sky layer, and you have a layer that has cutouts that are applied, and the cutouts become the shadows, and they project their shadow onto the etched clouds. So the etching serves a dual purpose. It depicts the sky, and it also becomes the projection screen, so to speak, that retains the shadows.
Oh, my husband did the glass work. To carve clouds out of glass is extremely difficult, especially when you want to make them look like clouds. It's one of the few times that I've actually seen work that has been in the studio actually in place.
You want each one of these elements to have an identity, but you also want them all to work together. So you don't want to lose the water in the clouds, or you don't want to lose the clouds in the shadow. When I'm given the commission, I don't have a thought of what I'm going to do. I start with an open mind. It's like a blank sheet of paper.
Staff and the city officials decided it would be most appropriate within the botanical garden, which is reminiscent of bringing nature to the built environment, which is part of our town center.
At the very beginning, I start with a kind of stream of consciousness thought process, so writing. It's almost like a stream of consciousness narrative or poetry, and then it goes into sketching and paper, working with cardboard, making little three-dimensional things. And then at a certain point, it starts into a computer process, because that's also needed, well, to create renderings. Depending upon the project, I may build something three-dimensional and photograph it for presentations. Ultimately, the computer is the process by which the information gets to the various fabrication processes so that everybody's working from the same information. The work is not complete until it is inhabited and enjoyed and experienced and explored by people.
So celebrate him with God.